Let's talk about 15 Tango in the book. Let's start with the character that it's based off. Is this historical fiction?
It is.
Okay.
It is a mixture, kind of both parallel. It's one of those things of where, the essence was to take the four characters and walk them through. So in the way that I like to describe it, and I know it's really broad based, and you're really depending upon everybody's interpretation. I wanted to take Blackhawk down, Band of Brothers, and Entourage, and kind of mix it all into one, and let's go from there. Figure out how to set these guys in motion. And so from the beginning, it was just like, you know what, take them to the schoolhouse. Take them to the schoolhouse, take them back to Eustis. Give everybody the sense of feeling of what it's like to go to the school, what they learn, and then how that bonding and brotherhood start to develop. Because even though these guys go out, you have a flight of 6, 8, or 10 aircraft, and you've got crew chiefs on each one of those aircraft. When they come back, they're still together as one. You're going to help your buddy out on his aircraft, or he'll help you out on your aircraft, or whatever. And it was to show the inside of how that beginning develops, and give the essence of what these guys really need to know to just sit back there and look cool.
Now, are the majority of those that go in 18 years old, right out of high school?
Yeah, kids. I mean, I can look back and say that we were kids. I mean, I sit there and look at pictures now and just like, oh my God, we were babies. Yeah, didn't know any full life. We're just so full of life, and that's where we, I wanted to base the characters to bring that all in perspective. To go, hey, Are they young? Are they stupid? Are they crazy? Are they everything else? And then given this tremendous responsibility, well, how do you grow into that responsibility? And what does that look like? And that's to basically set that all in motion and create the scene of how that transition works. Where it's one, you're the student and you're learning, and then you put it in a practical execution. And now all the way to the transformation of you'll never stop learning. Welcome to aviation. As soon as you know something, change 3 was just posted. So, now it's different anyway. So that's the way, the nature of the beast. But was to take these guys and actually transition them through that from the schoolhouse, to the unit, to deployment, to where now they're the chaotic world that erupts around them, to where now it's like, all right, now you take everything that you learned in theory and let's put it in motion.
Yeah. And are most of them like you? Like, hey, I just wanted to join the Army. The recruiter talked me into it. And then you get there and you're like, oh, wow, I didn't realize I would have this kind of level of responsibility.
So there's such a culmination of it. It's one of the things that's amazing is the amount of people that you'll meet and where they're from. And so I actually titled, one of the chapters is actually titled that, what's your why? So what is your why? Why are you here? And they sit around and they discuss that stuff. Like, where did you come from? Or, what's your family like? Or what do you do? Or why did you join the Army? And I kind of introduce that into each character and kind of their own realm of, what their purpose is or what's the reasoning behind it, what family they came from or what upbringing did they come from, and then what that attributes to them as the group. Right, because it all transforms in the strengths and weaknesses and how to help each other out and how to push forward with everything that needs to get done. And to me, that was just all part of the character development. And within that was, the identification as well. If the reader can identify with a character and can relate to a character because of the aviation in a whole, so understand the different realms of what the book carries with it. Yes, in essence, historical fiction telling a story about, these 4 guys that go all the way, like I said, through training to deployment together. But in the same notion, understanding that within the industry right now, there is significant demand. At the end of the day, even though flying on aircraft and being a crew chief, and all the stuff that goes with that, you're still an aircraft technician. being a Tango allows you to get your FAA airframe power plant license. Well, right now, industry-wide across, the nation, we're over 130,000 technicians short.
Wow.
So it's not just a shortage, but then there's a gap. So your 12 to 15-year experiences, experienced mechanics, are even less. And so the flip side of it is to also bring forward, to show people opportunity. And it's, put it in a realm not so simple. Hey, here's this guy. He did this. This was his route. This is how he did it.
Yeah.
I could do that.